Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel and welcome to this video. This is John from Programming Knowledge and this is part 9 of our PWA tutorial for beginners. And from the previous tutorial, we have added the resources into the browser's cache and then use that resources whenever the app requests that particular resource. So in our app, we have here the service worker files. So this is what we have so far from the previous tutorials. We have implemented service worker and then we implemented the interception of we intercept the fetch event and then we try to respond or create our own response and we check if the cache contains the particular request by our app. Then later on we could return the cache resource or return the event itself. Now if we try this inside our browser, you can see here that we're getting this particular output. We're not getting the icons, so I'm gonna explain that in a moment. But for now, if we try to make this offline, so for example we go to network tab right here and change this into offline. There you go. So it means that the browser is now offline. And if we try to refresh this, basically we're still getting the display of our app, and that's the heart of the PWA, meaning even if the browser goes offline or the device goes offline, we still can see the app shell. So if we go to another page, for example the about page, you notice that we're getting this particular page. This site can be reached. It means that currently we're not connected to the internet and we haven't added the about.html file to the browser's cache, so that's why we're getting this particular output right here. So what we need is, of course, to make the other pages as well, or to save the other pages as well. So for example, we want to add the about.html file into the browser's cache, so that later on when our app requested this particular resource, then it will return the resource coming from the cache, rather than this particular ugly page that says that we're not getting, or the site can't be reached or something. So, and another thing that I want to explain right here is the icons. So as you can see here, we instead of icons, we're getting this particular lines or this particular text, the call, delete underscore outline, and the menu. So this is for the material icons, and as you notice, if we go back or go here in inside the network, you can see here that we requested the material plus icons. We already added this to the cache, but still we're getting this particular output. That's because if we go here in the preview, you can see here that this particular resource is also requesting another URL or another resource, which is this. As you can see here, the fonts.gstatic.com/s/material icons. So we need that to, or we need also to add this to the cache. Okay, so what we could do is copy and paste this. So let's just highlight this particular resource. This is being requested by the resource that we have saved into the cache. So we need this to save also. We need to save this into our cache. So let's go back to our service worker file, and then inside here we need to add another one for this particular resource, fonts. That's gstatic.com/s material icons and so on. So save this and let's go back to the browser. and go to application. So it's update on reload. Okay, so we could reload this and it should apply the new version of our service worker. And as you can see here, let's try to go online first. Okay, there we go, and we can go offline. So it's currently offline. Then we could refresh our page. Still we're getting the right output for our app, where we can see the menu. We could see also the icons right here. But if we go here in our about page, we're getting this particular output, and later on we will add also this particular about.html or in any other resource requested by our app. Now I want you to understand a certain concept in the PWA. So basically here we're getting this output. Now if we try to change our for example the index.html, so let's just add maybe here, let's just say h4, and then let's just say contacts. Okay, save, and let's go back into our browser and refresh our page. And I'm just gonna uncheck the update on reload right now, because you know it will try to handle the problems that I'm gonna show you. And I'm gonna uncheck this also, the offline mode, and let's try to refresh this. So basically now we're getting this output, but we change our index.html to display the contacts h4 right here. But if we refresh the page, we're still not getting the contacts h4 tag, right? So that's because we are requesting the resources coming from our cache, and we're intercepting the fetch event. And if that particular request event is present in the cache, then return that particular resource, otherwise return the request. So currently we're not getting the up-to-date version of our index.html, because currently this is coming from the cache. Okay, now what we could do to solve this particular problem is to version our cache, meaning we will try to add new version for this particular cache. So for example, this will be the old version, and then we could add a new cache, which is version 2 or something. So we could do that inside our service worker file. So we could add here the, for example, version 1 or v1. There you go. Save that. Save our service worker file, and then go back to our browser, refresh our page, and if we go here inside our cache, as you can see here, we do have two cache versions. This is the original one, and this is the second one that we have added just a while ago right here. As you can see here, app-shell-rs-rs-v1. So that's the latest version of the resources that being added. But still we're not getting the contacts h4 element that we have added inside our index.html right here. That's because the PWA or the app tries to look at or tries to search for the index.html file between this versions of our cache. So it tries to look into the version or the old version, and also it tries to search for the index.html inside the version 1 of our cache. So it doesn't know really which one to choose between the index.html from the version 1 or the index.html from the old version of the cache. So that's why we need to address this problem, and we need to modify our service worker file. And in the next video, I'm going to teach you how you can add versions to your cache and delete the old versions and return the new version of our cache or the resources from our cache. So that's all there is to it, guys, in this video. And in the next video, we're going to continue working with our service worker, and we will try to address this particular problem in the next video. So again, thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.